Welcome to the Denouement. Segment 7, Mickey Rowe, the retiree. The house is finished. He has endured all of the renovations, the tearing out of the walls, the pouring concrete in the living room, the building of four swimming pools. It's kind of a hobby of mine is to tear down a swimming pool and rebuild it. It's not real pools, they're kind of makeshift pools, but he has lived through all of it. Now he is really getting ready to retire. And the first thing that he had to do to get ready to retire was get that stainless steel, titanium hip put in. So that was 1 year ago, last week, that he got the brand new hip. So he's ready in that regard. So now we're ready to do all of this bike riding and all of this hiking and all of these hours of going through museums and attractions and history sites and forts and everything else that we've done already for the last 14 years together. But now it's going to begin in earnest. Now it's my turn to adjust. And frankly, he's confusing me. You see, as a Gay Straight Alliance, as the gay club advisor here at Coral Springs High School, everybody knows that I'll answer the awkward questions that they don't answer in the health class. And so invariably, every year, except this year because the kids are home when their parents are possibly in the background, but every year, invariably, there's a kid, most often from the Caribbean islands somewhere, most often male, asks me a question, and they start out really awkward, but they know I'll answer the questions. So they have to be careful what they ask because they're not always ready for the answer. So the question usually starts like, Mr. Levitt, can I ask you a personal question? And I always say yes. Because I know what I'm allowed to answer as part of the human sexuality section of the health class. The district advisors for all of the gay club advisors tells us what's in this class. Nobody teaches it right. Nobody teaches it right. That's why they have the annual diversity summit every year for the GSA clubs, is so that the kids can get the right answers that other teachers aren't doing at the high school level. So this is why the questions always come up. So he goes, Mr. Levitt, can I ask you a personal question? And I go, sure. And I'm a little too eager. And he goes, when gay men get together, I said, oh, I know what you're going to ask. You're going to ask which one of us, how do we decide who takes out the garbage and who does the cooking and who does the laundry? And so let me tell you, every gay couple, it's up to themselves to decide these things. And I said, but I can tell you this, my husband doesn't allow me in the kitchen except to make taco salad, and he never allows me in the laundry. But by the same token, in 14 years, he's never taken out the garbage, and he's never mowed the lawn. And so the kid goes, I go, that had to have answered your question, right? And, yeah. But 2 weeks ago, Mickey started taking out the garbage. I'm feeling lost. Where's my identity? And the other thing he did 2 weeks ago is he said, Lester, go ahead and buy that lawnmower from your friend. So what am I going to do? What's my protection because Mickey is retiring? I'm going to struggle with an identity. And Mickey says, Lester, he says, rest assured, there are two things I will never ever do. And those two things are, I will never ask to dump the sewer out of the RV, except maybe he will ride on the back of the four-wheeler, because when we went out to Utah, it was really rugged. And so here's our sewer dump. So we had to take it around to the other location to dump it. So he said, I will never ask to dump the sewer. And the other thing I will never do is I will never change a spare tire on the trailer on the middle of the turnpike. He says, I'll put the cones out, but he says, you are going to change the tires when they blow out. But I think we're good because this is the fourth and final tire out of all of the tires that were on the trailer when we bought it. I think they had a little too much sunlight sitting around. You never wear trailer tires out unless you're Mickey and Lester. Other people, they don't take them out enough to wear the tread out, so you can never tell when they're going to fail because they're oxidized in the sun. Well, they fail at the most inopportune times. So one thing that Mickey said, these are the two tasks that I get. So this year, when we go north with the trailer, hopefully we'll have all 4 new tires. We won't be changing any tires on the freeways. And we're going to go to Atlanta and see some nieces, and then Indiana, and then Muncie, and then his brother in Illinois, north of Chicago, and then my daughters up in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The only question this summer is whether we're going to turn right when we hit the Great Lakes, on top of the Great Lakes, or are we going to turn left? And that's what retirement's going to be like, and I'm really looking forward to it.